Hello everybody, Miss Jackie Russell here and welcome to my channel. And hey guys, how are you doing today? Is it raining where you are? It has been raining for, this will be the second day. And I guess it could have been ice or snow, but it's just raining. And we are flooded. And I don't mean flooded like our home is flooded. I mean like our land is flooded. We have clay soil here and it has no place to go. And it's not a pretty sight. And with the dogs and everything, it's really difficult. They don't want to go outside, but they do go outside. In between the light rain, I've let them, go out and potty, and they do their business. And I mean, like, they run back in. They can't wait to get out of that wet. So they're just like us. They don't like it either. So I hope wherever you are that you're having better weather, and if you're having this rainy or snow weather, I just want you to stay in and be safe and cozy, I guess you'd say. But welcome to my channel. Any of you that are new today, I want to say a special welcome to you. And if you would consider subscribing once you've seen my content, I would really appreciate it. And hit that little notification bell and you'll know my next videos. And all my returning subscriber friends, I really appreciate you. I love each and every one of you, and you're the only reason that I'm on this channel so far is because y'all have been so generous with your comments and your friendship, and I just really appreciate you. I really do. Now today we're going to have a little get ready with me with Eyescream Beauty. That's right, I got my Eyescream Beauty and it's in this bag instead of a box. And I don't know if it's because what they sent was too big to fit in their normal size box, or if they're having to quit doing boxes. I think it's Slay Glam or Glam Slay, one or the other. They used to have a real pretty pink box, and then they switched to kind of ugly bags, actually. I mean, at least this is shiny and kind of pretty. It's like an iridescent purple, and you can see all those colors, so that part's nice. But I got this, I think, last week, and I just haven't had time to get to it. Today what I've done with my get ready is I just have on my foundation, which I use Estee Lauder Double Wear. I've got on some concealer with Estee Lauder, and prior to that I prepped my skin. So I'm just ready to put on some makeup, and I don't know what all they're having in here. So I brought a few things with me and put it in this cup here. Home for the holidays, but we're past the holidays now, but I thought I'd use that cup. It's kind of nice for putting in pencils and pens and brushes and things. But anyways, we're going to pop in here and see what we have. Eyescream Beauty is $25 a month. It's very affordable. You always get at least one palette with every box, and it's mostly all makeup. Every once in a while you'll get some skincare, but it's very rare that they'll have the skincare in the bag, but they do on occasion, and sometimes you'll get some beauty tools or something. And we're going to pop in here and see what the January bag or box has in store for us. Like I said, normally we have it in a box, so this is a little bit different. It looks like in January we're back to basics is our theme, and it looks like on the back it has two full 2,000%. Unfortunately, there were too many products to fit in our standard subscription box. Rather than take items out or change them, we opted to ship this month's item in temporary mailer bags. Our normal packaging will return in February. Eyescream Beauty. So that answers the question of why we have it in a bag, because that was kind of weird. Their boxes are so cute, and I really like them. Anyways, we're back to basics for January, and of course we have a palette. I'm not going to pick the palette first. I'm going to pick out something else here, and it looks like we have some Xoxo. And Xoxo is a great product. This here is a thin wand mascara, and it says this is the perfect mascara for your bottom lashes, or if you have sparse or short lashes. It can also be beneficial to anyone who has difficulty applying mascara with large wands. The wands are great and for defining and for lengthening lashes. So that sounds pretty good. And can you hear it raining? It's hitting my window. I have a garden window in my kitchen, and It's just raining, raining, raining. I don't know if it's when it's going to quit. I think we're supposed to have rain all the way through Thursday. And I was telling you, we're saturated. Very, very saturated. Maybe I'll have to do some shorts and show y'all how wet we are because we're on that clay soil. Clay soil has nowhere to go. So after it's already saturated, it just runs off and pools really bad. But this is our mascara. And like I said, it's the Ziza. And Ziza is a great brand. I have not ever used this mascara. And oh my goodness, that is a very thin and small brush, just like it said. So this is for doing the lower lashes. And I did bring in my Prime mascara for later, so I'll use both. And we'll see how this performs. But this, guys, was a $24 value for this Ziza mascara, and we'll see how it works in just a little bit. Our next item that I'm pulling out of here looks to be a 1, 2, 3. We have some, is that Beili, B-E-I-L-I makeup brushes. We have a total of 3, and it says Beili makeup recently went viral on TikTok for their affordable quality makeup brushes. This month we have chosen 3 of their brushes to showcase in this month's box. The largest brush is a foundation brush. The medium brush can be used for concealer or precise contouring, and the smaller brush is a flat shader brush that can be used for precise contouring or smooth and apply. I think this may be the medium brush, and I don't know that it says that on here, but let's open it up. It's nice that it comes in a box. You don't see too many brushes that come in a box. Yeah, I would say this is the medium brush, and it said it could be used for contouring. It said it could be used for concealer, and maybe even a big eyeshadow if you want it to go all over. I use my brushes all kinds of ways. I don't even know if I use the right ones, to tell you the truth. This here's the smaller one, and they're all like a light pink, I guess. Corally looking pink. This here is an eyeshadow brush, or like it said, I think you could use that for concealer too. Let me see what it said. The smaller brush is a flat shader brush, or it can be used for precise contouring. So I guess you could use it either way. And that's pretty. And that first brush that it mentioned was the makeup brush. And see, that's where I get most confused. This here would be like, to me, would be a blush brush. That's what I would like to use that for. But they say it's to use for your makeup. So I guess if you got liquid makeup and you're gonna put it on. My thing with that is I still do my makeup the old-fashioned way, which is with my hands and fingers. But anyways, this is the brushes. $15 value for these 3, and they're very, very nice. I love the brush part of it, and we'll see how they perform here in a minute. Now let's see what else we have in this Eyescream Beauty for 25 bucks. We're already past our $25. Ooh, the next item we have looks to be a lippy. We have an Appeal Cosmetics Ultra Cream Lipstick, value $21. It has been a few months since we have included a bullet lipstick in our boxes. Bullet lipsticks are generally easier to apply than liquid formulas. Since we are getting back to basics, we knew we had to include it. And I love the packaging. And again, this is an Appeal Cosmetics, and it does say that on there. I don't know if you can read it with all my lights in here. It's probably just blaring. But let's see what it, well, let's see if I can get it off of here. Look at that. Oh, you know what? It's probably plastic wrapped, and it's going to be hard to get undone. Let me see. I did bring my little razor in here. Let me see if I can get it to get the plastic wrap off so we can see what's in here. There we go. I think I got it started. Now if I can just get it all the way off. Do any of y'all have trouble getting wrappers off sometimes? Ooh, this is really on there good. It's even over the top. So I mean, this is totally sealed up. So never been opened before. And I like the packaging, and I'm probably going to be peeling off, am I going to be peeling off their name? I don't know. But anyway, this is the color. That's kind of a neutral color, isn't it? I like that. And I don't know what color it is. It didn't really tell us what color it was. It's a $21 value, and to me, I don't know, I just would have to say it's a neutral, like pinkish color. So we'll try that out, and then let's go on to the next item. The next item is an Illuminati Cosmetic Posh Lip Gloss, a $20 value, and this can be used as a topper or on its own. Use on the bullet lipstick to add some shine. Well, I add glosses on and or plumpers to add some moisture. I like my lips to stay really moist, and right now I just have a base on. I've got lip liner on, and my lips feel a little dry, so I can't wait to be able to try this out. And I'll give y'all a total of my box. I'll put it across there. You usually get about $125 worth of cosmetics for your $25. And if you sign up for like a 6 months, 12 months, or whatever, you get an even better deal. This is kind of like a pink color. It doesn't say what color it is, so we're just going with neutrals, I guess. And there's our doe foot. And you can see it even looks pink on there. So we'll try that out in a minute. Our next item is Sculpt Artistry Face Palette by Appeal Cosmetics, $22. This is a brand new launch. Oh, and that's another thing that Eyescream Beauty does on a regular basis, is share new launches with us. So a lot of times we get exclusives and are the first time to see it. I like the packaging. It's very pretty. It's kind of like gray, I think, with the appeal in gold. It says the first row of this palette can be used as highlight or concealer. The second row can be used as bronzer or concealer, and the last row can be used as blush or lipstick. So I'm so glad I didn't put on any blush, because I knew we were getting a couple of palettes. Guys, I think this is cream. Doesn't that look like creams to you? I don't know, that's very pretty. I could see where you could use that for lipsticks down on the bottom. That is a cool palette. It does have a color saver, and I love the colors. And we're going to get more into that. And it just says Sculpt, and it's a 12 universal face palette, perfect for every day or night. So we'll be getting into that, and that was a $22 value. And then our last item is our palette. We always get an eyeshadow palette. This month we're getting a face palette and a eyeshadow palette. This month we have the Boutica Warrior Princess palette by Beauty Moon Cosmetics and Eyescream Beauty, $33 value. This is our second collaboration with Beauty Moon Cosmetics. The palette is named after the Celtic queen who led a revolt against the Roman rule in ancient Britain. The palette is organized into 3 quads, 2 mattes, 1 shining, and 1 duochrome per quad. The colors can of course be combined to create countless looks for day and night time. So hey, let's see what Boutica has to do. And Boutica, I guess is her name, the War Princess. Is that where Wonder Woman kind of got her idea? I mean, she kind of fought for the women there against, I don't know, all their kind of evil things, I guess, that was going on. This is the palette. Look at those pretty colors that we get to work with today. And it's got lots of different colors. Let me turn it this way. It's got a white, it looks like, which they call it Gaius. They have their own names. You can see the duochromes, and then some of those will be very shiny. We got us a dark color in there and a darker brown. Well, this should be interesting to work with, and trying to work around what I have on. And I did bring some eyeliner pencils in here so that we can do the get ready. And if I have to go get anything, I'll go do that. So I guess let's start off with the eyes. You want to do that? Okay. So This here was for contouring, it said, and it said this is for applying makeup. I might use that for my blush brush. And I'm going to go in with this brush, which, like I said, I don't even know what they're all called and what they're for. I just go by what it looks like, and if it looks like it'll work for me. I'm going to go in with this white, and we're going to see how that goes across here. And you know what I forgot to do? I usually put my liner on first. But that looks pretty good, doesn't it? And that was called Gaius. And I might just spread that all around. White kind of opens up the eye, so you can use that up at the top for highlighting too. And just open up your eye. Okay, I like that. I'm going to get my eyeliner real quick. I did bring in my Estee Lauder liner, and this is the dual side. This is the new Estee Lauder liners. Guys, these things just glide on. I know they're pencils and you got to sharpen them, but their liners are great. You can tell I've already been using that white, and I always go on the inside for the white of my eyes. And that just kind of helps open them up even more. And you don't have to worry about, like, if you get it too thick or not, if you put it on first. Because as you're putting on your mascara and your makeup, it'll blend out. Now sometimes, and I'm going to do that today, sometimes I'll run it all along there just to lighten up my whole eye underneath. But I'm not going to leave it that way. I'm going to go over with my brown here, and I think this is like a dark espresso. And yeah, it's Estee Lauder, and it's in Noor. And I use Noor a lot, and like I said, this is just going to glide on. I have to look away and look in my mirror here so I know what I'm doing. But I'm just going to line that down, as you can see. Can you see? Yeah. And then I'm going to pull it underneath here. And as you can tell, I'm just lightly stroking it. You don't need to press down too hard because it just glides on. I did buy some Temu eyeliners one time, but they're so hard to put on. I mean, like, it's like you had to press really hard. I didn't like them, so I probably threw them away. I'm good about doing that. If I just don't like something, I'm not going to keep it. But I'm not saying that they were horrible. But when you're used to something like this, it is a little bit harder to get used to something that's less than. Now, as usual, on this eye, I seem to have come up higher than the other eye. And I don't know why or how I managed to do that. But I did, and I don't even know if I can match it, and I'm not going to worry about it at this point. I'll try to bring that down. Maybe I'll just try to blend it down. But like I said, when you're putting on your makeup and everything, it's going to kind of blend out. Now, I usually do put some wings on, and I just draw them out, and see, that's dark, right? And I just draw one on this side now. I never get them exactly even, as you can tell. Yeah. So don't worry about that so much, because that's just another thing that you can kind of blend out and fix up. The idea, and I probably went too hard and I forgot that it doesn't take much to use this eyeliner. Now, another thing about the Estee Lauder eyeliners, they usually stay on and they're not going to be smearing or anything, which is another good thing. Now, because I have that on there, I am going to get my little bitty brush that I always use, and I'm going to grab this palette, and we are going to use the dark black there that they call humiliation. So I guess I'm going to humiliate myself here. And I'm just tapping it on there, and I'm going to bring this out and go in the insides of my eye. And just kind of like paint an extra wing on there and bring that all together. And I do this on a regular basis, so nothing's new with my eye look, really. The only thing that's different is the colors that we're using. But see how that brings that out? And then I may go underneath here Oops, I might have got too much underneath there, but I went underneath there to try to blend that out a little bit. And I'm going to come over here too. And then sometimes I'll do the inside corners a little bit so that I have a little bit more depth, but it's not working over here. Might have to have some more. Okay, now you can see it's not perfectly even, of course, but it's going to be doable and workable. And it still seems like the one eye is brighter than the other. And I don't know if that's because I got more white on that side or what. Let me get my pencil again. I put the wrong side on. Now I'm going to have a mess over here because I've really darkened it up. That helped a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now I've got my, what they call humiliation on. And then I'm going to maybe try Nero out, which is this color right here, and see what it does. It's kind of a shiny color. That adds a little bit more brightness to it. It might have been a duochrome, I'm not sure. I'm going to go in with this brown here. It's called Legion. And I'm going to go underneath my eyes here, I guess, contouring that in. I can't think of what you would call that right now, but that's what I'm doing, the crease of the eye. And as you can tell, it's pretty dark. So I'm going to have two dark eyes, it looks like. Yep, pretty dark. But it's not bad. I mean, it depends on what kind of looks you like. I'm going to try one of their brushes. I'm going to try this one. And I'm going to put some of this temple on. It's kind of a gold color. Does it look kind of goldy? I'm not sure. I'm not big on using reds and stuff. I might try this up here. Add a little bit more highlight up to the top of my eyes. I feel like I need some kind of color on there besides just all this dark here. I guess Legion's was pretty dark. It was almost as dark as the black that I put on. Or the humiliation. I think I'm going to try this purple, and that's probably the wrong brush to use for that. I'm going to try this brush and use this purple. See what I get. Now that's a duochrome, so it added dimensional colors to it. And I do see purple on there. Well, I think that's all I'm going to put on there as far as that color. And somehow or another, I feel like I should try to use some of that red. I'm not a big fan of using red. And I don't know that I brought my little, I brought one. I think I'm going to go with this one. Now that did add some little dimension of color there on the inside, in the middle to the end of the eye. So very good with that. It just looks so dark. I really went dark on my eyes. This would not be a normal look that I would go for, I don't think. And I don't know if I can lighten it up too much. Let me see if I can. So I used this color right here, which is called Pollinus. So just a little bit, and you can tell across the top there that it lightened up. And I think I just have uneven eyes, but that's what I have so far, and I guess that's what I'm going to go with. And it is darker than a look than I would normally use, probably. And I don't know how to lighten it up anymore. I know I did use this one brush with this Nero color, and that lightened it a little bit up here. So I got a little bit lighter up there. But that is my look so far with this eyeshadow. I did not swatch anything, but I am going to show you what this green looks like, hopefully. Can you see that? Well, I can't hardly see it. How can you see it? It's really kind of a faint color, actually. I thought it would be darker than that. So maybe these are just lighter colors than usual, or not as pigmented. I mean, like some of them I used are very pigmented. There's the green. Like I said, it's really not that dark at all. There's a second swipe. This is this orangey color. They're just, I'd say they're all kind of light. That's kind of like got a little pink. You can't even see it. So I'm not sure about this. I'm going to put some of this pinkish red on top of that. Now you can see that it brought the color up a little more. And then there's this Siege. And that was the other red color, which is very nice. And I'm going to try this. This Pauline is kind of a, I don't know, like a rusty color that I blended in there. So they're very pretty colors. I don't know, maybe I should try a little of that green on. It didn't go real strong, did it? Oh yeah, that was definitely a strong look there with the green. So, and I don't know if I can blend that out or not. It always seems like a little brighter on one side than the other. But I think I like the look overall. So I'm going to stop right there. And I swatched the ones that I didn't use. Oh, yeah, I used the Claudia's. Let me show you the purple. I did put that on my eyes. And there you can see it right here. It's kind of a bluish color there. It's a little bit darker pigmented than the others. So very nice. I mean, the palette overall seems to be a good one. And now we're going to move on to the next thing that we're going to do, which will be mascara. And I'm going to start off with my PRIMELASH mascara. And you can save 15% on anything you buy from PRIMELASH. And I am an affiliate, and I'll have my link down in my description if you're interested. And let me know if you decide to get anything. Prime Prometics has a lot of nice products, including their lipsticks, their blushes. They're not a liquid blush, but anyway, they have some very nice products, and I really like them a lot. And their cleanser is good. I've used their, I think they call it water cleanser for getting makeup off, and that stuff's great. But we're going to put on the PRIMELASH. I picked brown out when I was doing this earlier. I didn't know really, or maybe this is black. I think it is black. So it's their black mascara. They have navy, brown, and black. And the good thing about their mascara is it's natural. For one thing, they use a lot of good ingredients that nourishes. I've got hair hitting my brush somehow. And it lengthens. It's really good for mature lashes. And I really like their mascara. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to use the Ziza with this small little brush on here to go on my bottom lashes and see how that works. pretty good. Well, you can hear the rains coming down some more. And then it says you can define, I guess. So we'll try a little bit on top here. Alright, so there's my mascara. This worked out pretty good. Can y'all see my lines? My eyelashes? I don't really have, I guess, long eyelashes down on the bottom. Technically, they say when you're older, you shouldn't even put mascara on your bottom lashes. I don't know if that's true or not. But now we are going to move into... Got all my swatches going on here. Those are pretty colors. I can see them. I just wish y'all could see them better. There, maybe that'll help. Anyways, let's go on to this Appeal Contour. Now, I'm not real big on contouring all over. I do like to use a blush, so I am going to try this pink cream blush right here. And guys, I really don't know if I'm going to like this or not. So, we'll see. It says you can use it for a blush. I got a little bit on there. Put a little bit more. This may be too light for me. Can y'all see it on there? I think I can see it. I might need a little bit more depth. I'm going to go in with one of these bronzer colors. Yeah, I just kind of mix it all on there. Maybe I could use that little defining brush for that. Just to bronze it out a little bit underneath there. What do you think? I don't know. I think I got too much right there. I have a spot there, so I just accentuated my spot. I didn't like that too much. And I am not very good at contouring. I'll just have to tell y'all. I just do basics like I do underneath my chin. A lot of times I do go like up underneath my, I guess, not mascara, but my blush. And then sometimes, like with the concealer, which I didn't bring a concealer brush in here, but maybe I'll use this brush. Sometimes I'll lighten up on top of my lip. And then, you know, sometimes you do like a line down your nose. So maybe I'll do that. But like I said, I don't know. I am not a big fan of the creams, I guess you could say. I probably shouldn't even dipped into this, because now I've already used it and I can't give it away. I'm going to try this one over here. I'm probably getting myself too pinky looking. I really don't need pink. So guys, I don't know if I like this or not, but that's what I've got. And I think I've got it in as blended as I'm gonna have it. And again, I just don't do a lot of contouring. I never have. But the colors on this is very pretty. I'm going to show it to you again. It's very nice. And there's lots to work with. And it even said you could use some of it for lippies. But I'm not going to use it for lippies because we have our lipstick here, which I'm going to use. And this is that neutral color. Feels very moisturizing, rich, nice packaging. And then this here is the gloss. And that added a little color to it, and it definitely added moisture. And that was Illuminati, very nice. So yeah, overall pretty good, I think. I got the little bit of the, I guess the greens and the purples and a little red in there, and then the darks, along with a little bit of white to open up. So what do you think? Let me let my hair down so we can see the overall effect. My hair got wet earlier from being outside from the rain. So it's a little bit different than normal coming down. I guess I've got a little bit more curl in it than I normally would, but that's my look. So this is the Eyescream Beauty look with the Boudica Warrior Princess palette, which is very nice, and the colors turned out good. Like I said, I used some darker colors, and I am not scared of using color. So I mean, basically a lot of times you can just blend things out and do lots of things with all the different colors. And you know that because some people will put like a solid color over their whole eye and maybe a highlight at the top or the bottom. My eyes are small, so I always do some type of cat eye or some type of corner look with a darker color to make my eyes look bigger and to bring them out more. So, you know, that's one reason I use the dark colors like that. And as time goes on today, it seems like my colors will blend in. I don't know if that's the right word, but does it soak into your eyes or something? But this would be a dramatic look for sure with the Boudica Warrior Eye palette. And I did, you know, this was okay. I'm just not a big fan of creams. I like to use powder blushes. I usually use like Pat McGrath blush or Estee Lauder blush, powder brushes. But yeah, those are pretty colors. And the concealer will come in handy. I'll use those concealer colors for sure. And then maybe that other thing for lippies. So I won't get in, you know, I'll get use out of it. And then we had our brushes and I used them all. And this one will end up being a blusher brush for me, obviously. And I think the color turned out okay. I'm not big on having the pink, I guess, in the wintertime, but it doesn't look too bad, I don't think. What do you think? My undertone of my skin can sometimes be red or pinkish, so that's one reason I go toward the bronzy colors. And I guess because I like to be tanned and everything, that probably has another thing to do with it. But the lipstick is very moisturizing, a nice neutral shade, beautiful packaging. I really like that. And Illuminati lip gloss is good too. So it pulled the look all together, and that's what we have today. So I hope you enjoyed this. I do want to tell you that a lot of times I'll go under my eyes. I don't know if I tell y'all that, and I'll blend with a Q-tip. But I don't know that everybody does that. But sometimes if I think my line's too thick, I'll take it down with a Q-tip. And or if I make a boo-boo. And there's always a boo-boo. My makeup's never perfect on each side. It's always a little bit different. And even my eyelashes. I think one side's longer than the other. I do and have been using that Grande Lash, I guess it makes your lashes longer, and I do like it, and so that has worked out real well so far. And then of course I like the PRIMELASH, but I liked her little mascara with that small wand on there. I'm just going to see if I can add a little bit more depth, and we're going to be done with this. Y'all probably ready to go. If you've been here this long, why don't you give me a little heart emoji down there if you stuck with me this long. And if you have any questions or anything, you let me know. Hey, what's your favorite? Of course, I'm going to love the palette. I always like the palette. And my next favorite thing in this package, I think, for me, I think it's going to be this little mascara, because I've not had a little small for the lower lash mascara. So these two items are going to be my favorite. Of course, I like it all. And that's what I have today for the Ice Cream Beauty in January. So thanks again for hanging out with me and getting ready with me. I hope you all have a nice drier day than I'm having here, but that's all I have for Ice Cream Beauty. And as usual, I wish you all a blessed and happy day. Bye-bye.